Hey everybody, welcome to the DM Toolbox. I'm Joe, and this week I wanted to try out something a little bit new. Lately I've been bringing you reviews mostly on books, third-party books, which I love doing and I want to keep doing. But I was thinking about how I can maybe bring you guys some more specific type of content for the channel. So what I want to try is looking at some specific subclasses for the Midgard campaign setting with Kobold Press. They've got their Tome of Heroes book coming out, and that's going to be just chock full of subclasses, 50 new subclasses in that book. So eventually I want to be able to look into those, but kind of in honor of those and preparing for those, I thought we'd take a look at the Midgard Heroes Handbook, which is filled with some great class options. So today we're going to look at one of those subclasses and dig in and see what it's all about. So with that said, welcome to Keeping It Classy in Midgard. Welcome back to Keeping It Classy in Midgard. Before we get started today, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Toolbox_DM, where I will share out whenever my new videos are coming out and any other information going on in the industry. I try to share third-party content like Kobold Press and Nord Games when they're putting out new content. And if there's any new Kickstarters coming out or anything else that just looks interesting that I think you might like, I'll generally try to share that on my Twitter. Also, follow me on TikTok, where I do a lot of little mini video reviews of some of these products and books and do quick little flip throughs and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing that. So hit me up on TikTok at DM Toolbox. Let's look at our first subclass from Midgard that we're going to look at this week. So this is in, like I said earlier, the Midgard Heroes Handbook. This book is kind of like a player's handbook for Midgard. So I've already done a review on this. You can find that on my channel, but it is filled with subclasses and races and backgrounds and other options. There's spells in here, all sorts of good stuff if you're going to be playing in Midgard. Now, a lot of DMs might just be looking for some subclasses they want to pull into their homebrew campaigns or official Wizards campaigns. And these are some really well-tested, well-balanced subclasses. So this is a great resource for any DM. Today, I want to look at a Barbarian subclass. This is called the Primal Path of the Ancestors. So, the reason I wanted to start with this one was twofold. First, it's the first one in the book, so why not start there? Second, I recently started playing my first Barbarian in a homebrew campaign that I am playing in. Yes, I do get to play D&D once in a while as a player. It's neat. Other DMs, I recommend you try it. So, that Barbarian, I ran him as a totem Barbarian, which is fun. I went like bear. I think I went bear totem first, and I think maybe wolf or something for the second thing at the next level. But I wish I had known about this subclass at the time, because this would really fit the character well. So my Barbarian is out on this lone hunting trip, and when he comes back to the village, it's been attacked. And all the warriors have been wiped out and killed. Everybody else, all the elders, children, anybody not able to fight, has been taken prisoner. And eventually he goes and he saves them all. But the village is not what it once was. And the elders tell him that he now needs to be the chieftain. And it's this role that kind of is thrust upon him and he's not overly comfortable with. But it's one he kind of, has to take on. It's been fun. Don't get me wrong. The totem path that went does fit the story well. He's a homebrew version of a barbarian called the Savannah Barbarian that we made, because rather than being from the mountains, he's from the savannah. And rather than a bear totem, it was an elephant totem. Just reskin stuff, basic stuff that anybody can do. But it worked because elephants were sacred to his people and things. But this particular totem is meant to be a spiritual leader. The ancients empower you and help you. And what this essentially is a barbarian with a wisdom build. I know it sounds a little weird, rather than dumping all your stuff into strength or con, but you want to put score into wisdom with this barbarian. So essentially what happens is at third level, they get an ability that when you're raging, the spirits of your ancestors inhabit your body, and you have advantage in wisdom saving throws against spells and magical effects. That right there, that first one kind of had me, because in one of my very first 5e games I was playing, I was a wizard. And I had a barbarian in my party who was a Trollkin, which is a Midgard race, by the way. And he got mind controlled and he beat me to death. So barbarians fail those wisdom saves, man. Like DMs know this, and they like to throw those wisdom saves and those mind controls at barbarians. That's how you mess with them, right? Because you're not going to take out their hit points. So grab control of them, turn them on the party. That's kind of, the thing to do as a dungeon master. So this is a really cool, unique build in that aspect. Next, starting at 6th level, you get the ability to cast Calm Emotions once. This is kind of a weird thing for a barbarian. 1, you're casting a spell, and 2, Calm Emotions. I mean, barbarian's about rage. But what this does is almost acts as a way for the barbarian to perhaps save party members from being frightened or charmed. It could help if party members are being attacked by the bad guys to have those bad guys be indifferent towards those party members. Maybe then you can get them to come and focus on you. So the ability is called Spiritual Leader. So it's all about, just getting people's emotions in check. So again, this really unique twist, I think, on a barbarian build and very leadership oriented, which I love. Next, at 10th level, we get an ability called Wrath of the Ancients. And this is cool because while you're raging, your melee weapon attacks deal additional psychic damage equal to your wisdom modifier. So again, we're talking about wisdom build here. Wisdom is going to be beneficial. Even with Spiritual Leader, your DC was your 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier. So wisdom. It is a wisdom build barbarian. Really, really cool. Finally, at 14th level, while you're raging and under the effect, you're constantly under the effect of the freedom of movement spell. You don't have to concentrate on this. It's just you have freedom of movement. So again, it gives you that ability to not be held, not be restrained, things like that. So I think overall this is probably one of the most unique barbarian builds I've seen. I love that it's a wisdom based barbarian build. So really cool, really neat idea. I really want to try. I'm actually maybe ask my DM if I can just switch to this because I think it fits the character so much better. Yeah, maybe I won't do as much damage. I won't have all that damage, immunity from the bear totem. But I like the aspect. I like the style of it. So I'll have to see. If not for this barbarian, I definitely want to play this at some point. So I think it's a cool one. So yeah, take a look at the Barbarian Primal Path of the Ancestors in the Midgard Heroes Handbook. And next time, maybe we'll take a look at these Bard colleges. There's 2 of them here, so maybe we'll cover both of those at once in one video and knock out the Bards. And plus, it's next in the list alphabetically, so why not? That's it for today, guys. So remember, until next time, keep it classy, Midgard.